In the sacred city of Ile-Ife, the heart of the Yoruba, life used to be full of joy and peace. People lived together in harmony, and the land was blessed by the whispers of ancient gods. But then a terrible change came. A dark shadow swept over the city when fierce warriors from the neighboring forest arrived. These mysterious raiders, with their powerful and frightening ways, attacked the kingdom without warning. The crops began to wither, and hope slowly drained away, just like the last drop of water disappearing from a dry, empty well. In the midst of this despair, a brave young woman named Moremi stood up. Moremi was known for her wisdom, beauty, and courage. She saw the destruction around her and felt deep sorrow for her people. With a heavy heart but clear determination, Moremi made a very difficult decision. She decided that to save her beloved city, she must offer herself to the enemy. She believed that by living among them, she could learn all their secrets and find a way to weaken their power. In a quiet but firm voice, she declared, "To save our people, I must become one of them. My sacrifice will be the spark that brings back our freedom." In that moment, her choice turned her from a noble daughter of Ile-Ife into a hero whose actions would be remembered for centuries. Soon, Moremi was taken far away into enemy territory. Although she was a prisoner, her beauty and cleverness made her different from the others, and the enemy, curious about her, allowed her a small measure of freedom. Every day in the enemy camp was a harsh lesson in survival. At night, under a sky filled with countless stars, Moremi attended the enemy's strange feasts and sacred ceremonies. By the flickering light of torches, she listened closely to their war chants and watched as they practiced their battle drills. In one quiet moment, she noticed a small, shining amulet kept hidden in a quiet shrine at the center of their camp, a charm that seemed to be the source of their strength and unity. This was a secret the enemy guarded with all their might. With determination growing inside her, Moremi began to gather every piece of information she could. In every hushed conversation and every graceful ritual dance, she memorized the names of the warriors, the layout of their camp, and even the precise timing of their ceremonies. Disguised by night's cloak, she even followed the gentle giant of a guard who secretly cared for her cause. From him, she learned secret paths through the forest, the positions of the sentries, and the very war cry that marked the beginning of an attack. Every day, while serving at their feasts, she discreetly carved symbols and important details onto smooth pieces of bark, keeping these secrets safe in her memory for the day when she could share them with her people. In the quiet of the night, she prayed plainly, reminding herself that where people dance happily, they will not be crushed, words that gave her strength and told her that her sacrifice would bring new hope. Then came one fateful night that would change everything. During a grand ceremonial gathering under a full, bright moon, the enemy warriors became entranced by their own chants and the hypnotic rhythm of the drums. Sensing her chants, Moremi slipped away from her guarded tent. With every step, the forest seemed to whisper with danger, flickering torchlight, shifting shadows, and the soft murmur of enemy voices filled the air. Every sound made her heart race. At one terrifying moment, she hid behind a moss-covered boulder as a patrol of soldiers passed so near she could almost feel their breath. Time slowed as she held her breath, frozen with fear, until at last the patrol moved on. With the danger past, she resumed her escape, moving silently along narrow, winding paths between towering ancient trees and thick underbrush. Every step was filled with suspense, each small noise was a warning that one misstep could reveal her presence and end her brave journey. Her path led her to a hidden natural tunnel, a secret passage carved by nature itself and draped in vines and ferns. In the dark, echoing corridor, every drip of water sounded like a warning bell, and every step was measured against the risk of being caught, wading through a crocodile-infested river. As the first light of dawn began to break through, Moremi emerged into a clearing where the enemy's drum beats had grown louder again. Realizing that time was running out, she raced across the clearing with her bare feet pounding on the cool, dewy ground. Behind her, angry shouts filled the air as the enemy discovered her escape. The forest echoed with the sound of pursuit, snapping branches, heavy footsteps, and the piercing cries of alarm. In one final heart-stopping moment of pure adrenaline, Moremi reached the safety of the familiar hills of Ile-Ife. She dove into a thick patch of bushes, her body trembling as she listened to the chaotic shouts fading in the distance. Every moment was filled with uncertainty. She did not know if the enemy would catch her, or if she would make it back in time to save her people. But as the sun broke fully over the horizon, bathing the land in golden light, she knew that she had succeeded. The secrets she had risked her life to learn were now her weapons. With this knowledge, she would help her people stand together and defeat the enemy. When Moremi finally returned, her brave escape and the precious intelligence she had gathered sparked a revolution. The people of Ile-Ife, inspired by her courage, rallied together to drive the invaders away. Statues were erected in her honor, festivals celebrated her valor, and her name became a symbol of hope and unity. Her sacrifice taught everyone that real strength comes not from weapons or fear, but from the willingness to risk everything for love and freedom. True heroism, as Moremi showed, is not measured by the battles fought with swords, but by the sacrifices made for the greater good. Her story lives on in every smile, every act of courage, and every heart that dares to choose hope even in the darkest times.